Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to your favorite place to be. Wanted to chime in here on a Saturday and see kind of how everybody was doing. We hope the volume's good. Hope everything is loud and clear here for you. We're going to jump in and look at a couple things. Look at some charts. We'll look at some dominance, some Bitcoin dominance, and we'll look at kind of what is happening in some of these individual communities. I got some videos I'm going to try to get out. I'm going to try to get out here today. A couple things with Dash Crypto, with Shielded, Zcash, Orchard Shielded pools. I'm going to try to break that down for you guys for future reference for people that are interested in it and looking into Dash cryptocurrency. And then we're going to also jump into some of the stuff happening with the Zcash community. There's a new wallet release. You guys might have noticed your Zashi wallet with your shielded transactions simply was the Zotl wallet when you woke up, which we kind of knew it was coming, but we're going to kind of dive into some of these things in future videos today. But in the live stream, we're going to jump into some price charts because people were kind of freaking out with this recent drop. But I'm going to break it down for you. Nothing to worry about. Absolutely normal crypto moves. So let's jump into it right now.
Hey, here we go, drop that.
Just like that, guys, you're back in the live stream, which is the greatest place to be, hopefully, because we're live. Feel free to drop it in the comments. Part of these live streams, guys, is we really like to just cater to people, and since it's a live stream, we can sidestep into stuff that we wouldn't normally talk about in the videos. So take advantage of that. We being in the crypto space for almost a decade. There's a lot that we know, and there's a lot that we can learn from people in the chat. So I've designed this channel in a fashion where we can have dialogue. I spend a lot of my time with the channel censoring bots, and a lot of people don't do this with their YouTube channel, but I do it here. So we can have an open dialogue discussion, not only in the chat box down below, but with your comments. I don't allow spam and stuff in the chat and things like that. So typically the people that are throwing in input typically are actual people, and in the crypto space, it's plagued by bots and marketing campaigns, and you wouldn't believe how many comments that I delete per video. It's sometimes into the 30 or 40 individual comments that are promoting certain scam coins. So I've tried to design the channel in a way where we can have open dialogue, open discussion, have camaraderie around some of the coins that we talk about here on the channel. And if you're here today, guys, we really appreciate you guys and girls around the world coming down to the live stream so we can kind of jump into some stuff in cryptocurrency. Because, I mean, there is stuff going on, even though, the front news and stuff seems to have not forgotten us, but the news is not. It moves so fast. There's so many things going on in the world. Crypto is just a small sliver of the overall trading volume that happens between the Forex, the New York Stock Exchange, the Nasdaq, so on, futures, derivatives. So we try to give you guys a little bit of an edge on that small market that we are, because we still are a very small market in the grand scheme of things. But we also try to remind everybody we are actually like a lot bigger than we have been over the last couple years, just in the most recent time. So it's good to kind of reflect on that. We did a video on that a couple days ago. And I have been, guys, FYI, I have been, obviously the titles to a lot of videos I've been doing recently are really supposed to cater to where we're currently at in crypto, to the people that are currently watching this channel. There's not like a huge audience out there at the moment in the YouTube world to bring in to join our community. So that being the case, you know, I'm trying to cater to the people that are already here, and everybody's feedback is obviously well acknowledged, but also appreciated, because it helps us develop these type of future videos based on what people in the community are thinking. Because typically, if you guys are in the community on this channel, if you're thinking about it, I'm either thinking about it or I've already thought about it because I've been here longer. And you know, that's kind of what we try to cater to in these downswings where the popularity in crypto is, you know, it's not bad, but it's obviously not the best. So I want to jump into a couple coins. We'll jump into a couple community type things, and like I said, I'm going to try to drop a video with the Dash, the things happening in the Dash community, and then also the Zcash community here today or tomorrow maybe. We got a lot of stuff, obviously, you guys coming down out of your day on a Saturday. We have been working on the weekends. We have been trying to you know, press forward with personal stuff that we've been doing, and you know, it doesn't leave the most time for videos, but we're going to squeeze them in. I guess first off, guys, thank you for being here. Obviously, it being a Saturday, you know, there's a lot of places you could be. However, I think, you know, looking at some of this stuff here, when the world is kind of not focused on it, it's probably you know, a better time than not, right? A better time than not. And, you know, I've been reading your comments. I've been seeing what people have been saying. We, you know that the crypto world is, you know, it's just, it's a small group of people in the grand scheme of things, right? But there has been some stuff popping off this week. I haven't made any videos about it, but Decred, I don't know if you guys saw, it's been up like 40% for the week. I know it says 24%, but Decred, you know, it's been on the move. There have been coins on the move. Neo was popping up a little bit the other day. There has been some trading going on. You know, I'm not going to allude to you guys and say, oh, I've been making, you know, tons of money on Decred, but it's up 67% for the month. And I pointed out because of the relevance it has, not only in privacy, but also how we're going to tie it back to, this was one of the coins that was moving with Dash and Zcash, right? A couple months ago, and even towards the beginning of the year, and we had a little bit of movement out of Decred as well. So it's up 3,000% for the it's up 3,000% for the year, right? And I'm sorry, 3,000% overall. And again, let me shift over here. Looks like we have a thing that I can make a little bit better for you. So it has been up a considerable amount relative to other coins that have been, you know, not performing. And like I said, that was a coin that was moving with some of the market cap back on. I know, I see it. It's Studio. So that's kind of why I wanted to look at it, is because it's a coin that people, guys, you'd have to go back and research it, but it's a decade old for one. It pulls from some of the ideals that we talk about here on the channel, even though, you know, it's up in the top screen there, right? It's up in the top screen there on the far right. I think that's the old logo for it, but we bring it up now and again because it does have a little bit of relevancy. There's not as many coins in circulation as the 21 million Bitcoin. However, it's got the same max supply. I was going to do a video actually about this. I think it's called the Decred Dex. It's their decentralized exchange. But I did go over there and download the computer desktop version, and I noticed a lot of the coin pairs, they had absolutely no order books on there. So I decided to scrap the video. A lot of these coins, guys, are kind of hidden gems because they have all this cool technology, and literally there's not like even one person using it. And it's crazy because that's what I found on the decentralized Decred DEX on a lot of the coins was there was like not even an order book there. But I think there were even bigger coins like Litecoin on the DEX that had no order book, meaning there's like nobody. You have this great technology where you can swap decentralized swaps within the DEX, and there's literally nobody to even trade with. Not because the technology's like not there, and because it's a scam or anything like that. It's the exact opposite. There's just there's nobody using a lot of these tools, and it's kind of cool how these communities kind of despite nobody being interested in the tools, uh, the price appreciation on dollars, and the fact that these communities continue to crank out these cool ass technologies, it lets me believe that there is room for growth in a lot of these coins, and obviously Decred is just one, but um, there was the narrative with other coins that we've talked about here on the channel too, Dash and Zcash. I know we kind of revisit it, and I know some people on the channel had some of these coins. I know some people kind of were just watching here on the channel and saying, damn, but it was because of those cool technologies that nobody was really looking into, that pushed the price higher. I mean, it was a combination too of the short positions getting squeezed, but I believe that was only a really small amount because we had a lot of spot traders come in and fill those positions, and that's kind of why we went higher a little bit. So Decred, like I said, it's been up a little bit. They have some illustrations here. There are leveraged futures on Decred as well on some crypto exchanges, and people are up 15,000% on just this little jump over the week. Like I said, last I checked, it was almost 70% up for the week. So, you can look at these trading analytical data points for literally every coin out there. 90% of them, 99, I would say like as far as like 99% of them are mostly garbage. But when you look at a coin that is on the top 100, that has a lot of derivatives, futures trading, and things like that, it's not so crazy to think that these coins are actually there are people out there actually making money on these trades. So that's what people have been kind of illustrating over the last week with Decred. Like I said, it's been up, and the reason I bring it up is, like I said, is if we look at the log chart for one, it's a pretty healthy looking chart for a crypto chart for a decade-old project. We could pull up Bytebit and some of these other coins, Byteball or whatever, or like all these older coins that are pretty much nothing now, and it doesn't paint the same picture as I don't even think it's listed on CoinMarketCap anymore. But like, don't paint this same picture as Decred, right? Like Feathercoin, like we could pull this up and just be like, wow, man, like no way that thing's coming back, right? But yeah, I mean it's up a bit. I thought I'd throw it in there just because, like I said, it was one of the only coins it was one of the only coins that was rallying with Zcash, Dash, and Horizon, right? Where we saw a couple months ago. So it's good to keep a track of these coins. I mean, I'm not looking at these coins every second of every day, but I did notice it was up for the week, and as the entire market's down, right? That's kind of the more interesting thing, is it's up while the entire market's down, and it's up 24% for the week. But like I said, it topped out up here. It was up, much higher because this price was lower over here. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know if people on the channel actually follow Decred. I've been following it since I've been started in crypto. It's not a, I'm not like, hey, go run and buy this coin or anything like that. It's just better looking at it from a macro standpoint and finding out where all the futures and derivatives are on specific coin pairs, so we can kind of know what's going on. I mean, you're not going to go to a crypto exchange that offers perpetual swaps and find a perpetual swap on every shit coin out there, because there's no liquidity, there's no volumes, there's no reason to create derivatives products on these things, because at the end of the day, they're order books that are going to zero. It's not the case for Decred, so it's kind of why we wanted to throw a little bit of a, one hidden gem out there. But let's take a look at the macro crypto market. Looks like Bitcoin's coming in here at 2.24 trillion. Some of the top gainers here recently are, for one, that's freezing up, so let's fix that. So one of the main things that we want to look at is, let's take a peek at Bitcoin dominance. Let's also take a peek at a couple coin pairs as well. Let's look at some log charts. Let's jump back over here. Let's see if this will, I guess it's staying on there. So yeah, I mean, the fear and greed and extreme fear, obviously, that's been the kind of the focus that most people have been, experiencing. I would say I'm not in the extreme fear category. I would say I'm in the more of the, we know that there's an extreme fear category. We're not so fazed by it. Like if you've been in crypto, I don't want to say I'm a veteran, but I kind of am. I'm kind of getting to that veteran state where I'm not so affected by these fear and greed indexes. But Bitcoin, it's at 65K. It's at 65K. Market cap's at 2.25 trillion for the crypto market cap there. Market cap of Bitcoin down a bit, obviously. We could look at just a few months ago. I mean, like what, 6 months ago? Bitcoin at 120K. The entire crypto market cap of Bitcoin was within the price of Bitcoin itself, right? The entire crypto market cap of Bitcoin was within Bitcoin itself, right? Because Bitcoin is at $1.3 trillion market cap. And if you double the price, well, it's 2.6. We were at, we're well over that with the macro crypto market. So it's something to look at. The fact that the entire crypto market is less than the individual Bitcoin crypto market from just like less than a year ago. It's pretty big. So it is something to look at, right? And I see the trolls have arrived. So, guys, like, what's really pathetic about people that I do want to acknowledge it, because we do acknowledge it because they want acknowledgement, and we give them the little bit they do because they are at the end of the day the biggest fans of the channel. It's like, dude, you're really gonna make multiple accounts to come down to the channel and like remind us that Bitcoin SV is down? So like Bitcoin SV is my only holding. It's pathetic, man. You should really go to a different channel that caters to whatever the hell you were talking about. Weren't you talking about buying Book of Meme recently? Like within like the last year and a half? Let's see how Book of Meme's doing. Is it up? Is it down? Oh, it's 129% up. I guarantee you didn't get in until right here though, because that's where you were talking about it. Like, I'm just gonna block you, man. You can go make another account, and when you make another account, you can spend the time of creating an email address to make another account. I'm just gonna block you. I'm not gonna tolerate somebody coming in here and just shit talking. You can go make another email account, come back in, and go through the time and effort it takes to do that. We're gonna have an open dialogue in this channel, and that's what people want in the channel. They want something they can come down and have a open dialogue. They don't want to read a little person's comments reminding us that Bitcoin SV is down. We know it's down. We're not. You don't have to be like, oh, it's down. We know it's down, and you keep creating multiple accounts to do that. So it's really pathetic, honestly. But with this, guys, with these main market cap cap coins, they, Ethereum, it's been in kind of a volatility of, you know, yeah, I'm just gonna block them. In fact, you know what, Quantum Existence, I'm gonna add you as a moderator. Let's see, manage blocked words, change chat modes and live. Yeah, you can put people in timeout now. You're a Quantum Coexistence is now a moderator. Excuse me. On the channel. Yeah, because it's just like a, it throws the chat in a negative direction, and I don't want that. I don't want people coming down here and you're gonna buy coins. You're gonna buy coins that go up and down. I mean, isn't that crypto? I mean, in the last 3 years, I haven't worried about Bitcoin SV being down. I mean, seriously, guys. It's the honest to God truth. I really haven't. So, the main market cap coins, they're all down. We saw BNB touch, well, let's just look at BNB because it's one of the best performing coins of all time. For one, it's up 525,000%. It's insane. It's absolutely insane, this particular coin. I was looking at it at $8. And this was a definite missed opportunity, but it's hanging out in prices of 2021, and a lot of coins are. We saw quite a bit of coins pull back to those levels, including BTC, past that, that's where we've gotten the negative the negative sentiment among crypto people and just in general. It's caused the crypto world to kind of implode on itself temporarily, I think. There really hasn't been anything that's really, an indication of something wrong with the crypto market other than the price. I mean, there's not like there's no reason that crypto is down other than the price is just down. So, it's became this thing where, it's just the price. There's no reason for it, right? I mean, we haven't seen an implosion of a crypto exchange. I mean, we've seen little things, but the main fundamentals under the hood. There hasn't been an FTX, there hasn't been a Terra Luna, there hasn't been a BitConnect, there hasn't been a OneCoin, there hasn't been a PlusCoin. There's not really anything going on in the communities other than these massive positions being closed out, these massive positions taking market share from the crypto community. Like I said, we just looked at it, Bitcoin being down literally to, it's down like 50%, guys, or more. I mean, we touched almost, what, 130K. The entire crypto market is worth less than Bitcoin was worth just a few months ago. I mean, you guys could check the math on that. But, we've lost like over $1 trillion in the crypto market, guys. I mean, we're not talking about, the crypto market shedding several billion. We're talking about $1 trillion market cap wiped out. We did a video the other day where we were talking about how some of these stablecoin dollars are now matching up with order books from dollars on the exchange, which is, it's very contradictory to what we would think with price, because we would think that with that higher liquid data point that we would see some type of recovery rally, right? A lot of people thought, or I thought last week when we had that little rush up, we saw things pretty aggressively go up, right? We saw Bitcoin go up to, I think, 69K. We saw the altcoin market press up as well. And then we saw it fizzle. you know, we saw that fizzle. And then yesterday, you know, I don't know what the news was telling you, but we followed the money and we saw that a lot of coins were actually, you know, hitting lower lows, right? We saw that. So I don't know. You guys can drop it in the comments and let me know. I would love to get your feedback. I'm going to take a quick little coffee refill break. I'm going to give people the opportunity to, if you want to donate to the channel, you guys can. And we'll be back momentarily. What is up? What is good? I hope you're enjoying the live stream. I wanted to take a moment to let you guys know, as you're enjoying the live stream, that there is several ways that you can help the channel and help the community that we're trying to build here on Cryptocurrency Theory reach a broader audience. And obviously, the obvious ones are like and subscribe. But past that, what you can do is you can share the videos on Twitter X, a platform that I've been banned from for several years due to what I think is some BS. But also here on the screen, guys, I have a couple different coins that I personally love, and I hope that you love too. And if you would like to donate any cryptocurrency, guys, just know that as a cryptocurrency enthusiast, this is the best thing that you can do to support the channel. You know, watching the videos, liking the videos, sharing the videos, that's great too. But at the end of the day, there's nothing more exciting for me is when I get a crypto payment. And if you do give a crypto payment, throw it in the chat to let me know that you sent the payment so I can give you a personal shout out, because it means a lot and it's a lot of fun, which is the whole reason I got into cryptocurrency in the beginning. Was it's a whole lot of fun getting those crypto coins and then holding them and stacking them and that kind of thing. Because every crypto I get, guys, I think of it like a wall. Every brick that I lay on that wall, I intend for them to stay there. So if you see your favorite cryptocurrency on the screen, or if maybe there's one that's not on the screen, let me know, because I'd like to add it to the screen. And let's get back to the live. Let's go. Yeah, Mr. Fool said it pretty accurately. Retail is the exit liquidity for the big boys. We saw that, I want to say with Zcash. I feel like a lot of people, you know, and guys, I mean, we knew the thing with crypto, and you might say, well, dude, why don't you make videos on you capitalizing on some of these gains? Because the way I look at it is how readily can I get into a position versus the risk of exiting that position. That's how I look at my crypto strategy. If I sell this crypto today and it does go down 60, 70%, 80, 90%, yes, I might be able to come back in and get in on those coins. But what we look at here and what we find a lot of times is, if you go back and you watch old videos, people that have been watching the channel for a while, we were buying Zcash at $20, right? So if I sell Zcash at $700, yes, of course, I can come back in and buy Zcash at $200. You know, I'm literally getting in at fucking 1/3 of the price. But that's only with the assumption that Zcash is going to go down to $200, but also that it's going to go back up. A lot of times you'll get stuck in these trades, and it's very hard to get out of them. And the real question is am I going to be able to buy Zcash at $20 again? That answer is, I believe, no. So now I've sold all my Zcash at 700. It went down to 200. Obviously, 1/3, I could have increased my bag 2/3. On the flip side of that, nobody knows it's going back down to 200. And at 200, how easy is it for me to buy new Zcash, new ZEC tokens at $200? Well, it's 9x from where I was buying before. So it's 900% higher. So it's a 900% higher than where I was buying before. Therefore, am I willing to risk that spread of volatility? And it's a big spread, guys. We're talking about $20 to $700. Then we're talking about 1/3 increased in that bag to $200. 2/3 being what you could have came up on. But again, how easy can I get into Zcash at $200 a token? That's if I'm selling every single one. How much harder is it for me to get into Zcash at 200 compared to $20 when we were talking about it? And I don't think I can replenish that position at $200. Therefore, I rationalize in my mind, in the crypto world, in this crazy crypto world we live in, I'm not willing to jeopardize the coins that I have, because I've done that with other coins. I've done that with Ethereum. You know, I thought I was Johnny Trader, right? Buying Ethereum at $78, selling at $970, right? I mean, and then how do you get back into those coins even today at $1,900? You're literally 100%, they're double. So the crypto world, you got to be careful trading, because a lot of times if you find a coin, like when we found a coin at Zcash at 20 bucks, when we bought coins like Bitcoin Cash at, you know, sub $78, how readily can you get into those coins now? Are you able to get into Bitcoin Cash as easily at $78 now when it sits over 450 or over 500? And the answer is there are people that can, but for most of us, we're not making 400 or 500 times the amount of money. With the increased price of various things around the world, our budget is very constricted to how much we can even go into a lot of these coins. So if you go back just a couple years ago, you go back 4 years, or we go back 8 years, you know, you could buy a couple Ethereum a week at $120. You could buy a couple Bitcoin Cash a week at sub 150. You know, if you go back just 2 years ago, you could buy Zcash at $20. That's not the prices today. You can't, a lot of people think, well, I can just trade it, I can come back into it, and I can increase my bag. Yes, there are people that do that, but I never hear of these people. I never see their profits. A lot of times they have these crypto accounts that are simply, they're not even real. They're partnerships they have with the exchange, and they're not even real numbers. The coins really aren't even there. So you're not even looking at real traders. You're looking at liars. I can tell you that it's the best way to do it, and what seems true for crypto people in general that's worked over the last 20 years in Bitcoin, is people that just bought and hold. You know, people that were buying at Bitcoin at under $100. You know, are they really phased by $120,000 to $65,000 Bitcoin? Yes, they of course are. They're down half from the high to the low, but they also know, are they going to be able to come in with that new, with their income and buy Bitcoin at 65K again? The answer is of course not. So that's how it applies to some of these other coins. The question with a lot of these coins is there a general price that people are willing to pay that's worth it for people that are actually looking to increase the position? You know, that's what I look at. Is there, even with coins like Bitcoin SV that are down almost 95% plus from their highs, not from their inception date, from their highs. You have to go back and look at the exact pricing, but my point is there a price spread that people are willing to say, I will buy these coins within this 300 to 400% upside and 90% downside? Because the reality of it is if you go to start trading these coins, a lot of people are going to be chasing dead positions. They're going to be selling the top. The top's going to double, and then there are half as many coins, and then the bottom drops. That happens a lot of times with people trading. They, I made this mistake as well. You get in a trade, and then all of a sudden you're chasing smaller amounts of coins, where if you just would have held, you would have actually been higher, in percentage gains, and being able to allocate new funds to building out larger positions that are going to be long-term positions. And that's exactly what we've seen with not only Bitcoin, but I could pull up most of the coins on the screen, guys, and surprisingly, most of them are up overall. If you look at the, coins, even like, people were talking about, man, the other day, man, you're still talking about Neo. That coin's dead from an all-time high to where we're currently at, yes, of course, from $100+ 100, what was Neo's all-time high? $180 to $2.90. From a price standpoint, from those data points, yes, that coin looks dead. But does that also present opportunity to people that are trying to get in on a coin that is low, right? We've seen a lot of these coins. I mean, we've seen literally like most of the top 100 coins. They shed 80% of their value, and then they hit all-time highs. They go up 20x from their lows. I mean, look at Bitcoin Cash. We were literally looking at it at $78. It's in between 450 and 600 now. So it's a spread of what you're willing to take. What are you willing to how bad do you want to be in crypto, and what is the spread of profitability and the risk to the downside? What is your appetite for that, and are you able to have the ability to not panic when the prices drop? Most people aren't. That's why I tell you guys, I tell you guys that story about a ton of these stories. I mean, I have a ton of these stories. People from my old job, it's almost like I could start using some of these known data points in my private life. And some of these people watch the channel. People from my old job, we've been in, this will be, if we go on another bull run, it'll be the third time I've gotten this cycle of phone calls from people from my old job going, what do you think about this? And of course, now it's repetition. I'll probably do a video when that happens from now on, because it's usually at the top of the market. It's usually at the top of the market when I get these phone calls is, hey man, what do you think about this? We're at the top of the market again. That's all that means. And that's a lot of times what people fail to recognize is that when the crypto market is the hottest thing on the internet, you're in the top of the market. That is when people are making those trades that kind of are in line with, they can be profitable trades. You're kind of betting on that market being at a top in general retrospect, and then they kind of just let the months pass. But a lot of people mistime that. For me, an appetite of a 50% gain or a 75% loss, it's really hard to stomach, because if the prices go up, then you're no longer in the coins, and then you're just sitting there going, holy shit, maybe I should have just held. So you start questioning your strategy. In stocks and things, guys, in stocks, I don't hold a stock. I have no interest in, I have positions open on multiple stocks right now. NAM Minerals, I'm shorting Krispy Kreme donuts at the moment, up on some of these positions. And to me, a stock, I have no, there's no, I don't care. I don't have in any type of need to hold a stock, because I think there's value there. When I enter a stock position or a short position, or I enter a trade, I just go strictly off how to profit from that trade. I don't give a fuck about what the stock represents. If I see, like I saw Krispy Kreme donuts shoot up 24%, 27% a couple days ago. It's obviously a short squeeze because it's at a very low price. I started shorting it. I'm still shorting it. The same with NAM Minerals. I made money off the stock shooting up. It looked like a short squeeze. It's a Cayman Island company. Obviously, if you know the way that these things are set up, they're 90% pump and dumps. I made money there on the rise up. I'm shorting it, and I'm riding it sideways. I'm profiting on two different brokerages. I bought spot price on Fidelity. I'm shorting it on Robinhood, because they won't let you do both on Robinhood. So I don't have any type of relationship with a stock. The thing with crypto, the difference between the cryptocurrency trades and the reason I choose not to trade is I would rather be in the coins than not be in the coins because of that appetite for the downside risk and the upside gain. So that's the difference between trading cryptocurrency and trading stocks, you know, and we're kind of in this gray area where, and we've been in it for a while, you know, ever since I got into crypto. Oh, it trades like a stock. It does not trade like a stock. That's why people don't understand why they buy in these downward swings, why they're automatically down 3 to 5%. You buy a shitcoin right now, you buy your favorite meme token, you're down 6% immediately. Because the slippage in these things are a lot of times, especially when you go out of the top 100, there's no volumes and there's no liquidity. So it's a recipe for, and I was talking about this with OMG Network, which is a dead coin. They're warning you on Exodus Wallet, if you buy this coin, expect 33% slippage. This is while the coin is up 21%, while everything is red. So traders, they understand what we're talking about. If you're new to trading, the cryptocurrencies do not trade like stocks. The volumes, the liquidity, a lot of times are not only not there, the ones you are seeing are wash orders. It's not real. It's not real. Okay? The cryptos, once you get out of like the top 25 or 50, the amount of how much liquidity and volumes are manipulated not only increases, but there's less even there to begin with. They're illiquid. We saw these with, what was it, Solana meme tokens, where we saw Solana go up to from $9 to over $100, $150. We made that video walking around the parking lot saying, this is going to be the new exit liquidity scam. And sure enough, what did we see months after? Meme tokens galore, exit liquidity dump for people that were in position in that spread differential to create a meme token and dump the bag while nobody can even get out because the meme tokens are not even liquid on the exchange. You're seeing a meme token, oh, it's 30% up, I'm going in on it. Once you go in on it, good luck on getting out. You would literally have to lose 20-30% of your holdings to fees just to get out of the position. So what did people do? They held. The meme token ran its course. We had a couple individual memes that are not fitting that criteria of a Solana meme token come about to kind of pump that market up even more and confuse that market even more. And here we are sitting, 2 years later, and Solana's at fucking $80. So I don't know. I mean, crypto does not trade like a stock. I guess that's the moral of the story. The liquidities aren't there. The liquidity is not there. The volumes are not there. Therefore, when you go into a trade, you're literally experiencing like I told you with OMG token, 33% slippage on a coin that is 20+% up for the 24-hour period. You're down 50% by entering that trade. Oh, this coin's up 21%. I'm going in. There's 33% slippage. Uh-oh, it went down 21%. I'm now down 50%. A lot of people don't understand. They don't understand it because they don't understand that crypto does not, just because it trades visually on a platform on your phone like a stock, the mechanics behind it and under the hood are nothing like a stock. The way that the buy orders and the regulations are, even with this regulatory framework in place by crypto exchanges and this like loose framework, it doesn't matter. It's the whole reason we saw people, while this XRP thing was going on, you hear about these coins. Oh, these coins are banned in the US, they're banned in China. No, they're fucking not. They're not banned anywhere. If you're on planet Earth with an internet connection, they are not banned anywhere. They're not banned in China. Oh, you can't trade crypto in China, it's illegal. Bullshit. You can trade crypto in every single country with an internet connection. So it's these narratives that people want you to believe, they're bullshit. You know, where is the hash power in the world? The US, China. What's the other one? Kazakhstan? I mean, basically China, right? We're talking 30-40% of the hash power. I could pull it up right now. When we had those winter storms and stuff a couple weeks ago, the US hash power dropped for BTC. So what's going on there? Crypto is the most contradictory. It's the most contradictory markets out of any market. Oh, it's Forex, you know, the most highly liquid market. No, it's not. No, it's not. The growth in the crypto markets has room to grow. So people that are looking to position into cryptocurrency, is it the most highly liquid market? It's nowhere close. It's barely liquid, I would say. Of course, there's a couple coins that, in the grand scheme of things, are more liquid than the other. It's not a liquid market. The Forex is a liquid market. How much risk is there? Go try to open a futures position on a trade against the Japanese yen. Most people can't even open a trade. They can't even open up to that liquidity. So, you know, in my opinion, if people are looking for massive gains on a potential portfolio, crypto is it, man. You're not going to catch the next Nvidia. You're not going to catch the next Tesla stock. You know how many people I know that sold Tesla stock at fucking 1/10 of where their prices are at? Of course, not everybody did. Everybody you know is a dumb fuck. No, hedge funds did. It wasn't just the profit taking from retail on these stocks. And Tesla's just one. There's numerous stocks that we could go through. The reason cryptos go up, and I know because I actually had my own token at one point on the Waves platform. It's not by people buying it. It's a combination of people selling while the spot price is increasing, and whatever's happening with that derivatives market. That's what drives the prices of crypto markets. It's what drives the prices of stocks, especially ones that are low volumes, grayscale included with the way the premiums are set up. That is what drives these markets. It's not just everybody rushing in to buy. It's people aggregately, they're selling their sell orders in a mathematical way where they're not only able to exit at much smaller gains than what is being perceived as a front-end user of a platform like Coinbase or, you know, whatever platform you're using. But it's that mathematical, these traders are setting up these mathematical sell orders in a way where they're not making 1,000% gains on Zcash. They're making more like fucking 30-40% gains on massive positions. I use Zcash because that's one of the coins that went up over 1,000% from its bottom. It went up like 1,800% from $20 to what, $7.80? The people that unloaded during that sell, they weren't getting 1,800% gains. They were getting far less. Because if they dump at the top of the market, you know, how many retail traders are filling that void? There's not that many. It's the same thing with BTC, guys. You know, in these more highly liquid coins, BTC, XRP, you know, Tether. And, you know, and then when you start introducing stable coins like Tether that mint equivalents on various blockchains, like, it makes it even more confusing. You know, it makes the price gains and losses much more prone to manipulation, because now you're saying, oh, we're going to mint a stablecoin equivalent on Tron as I exit into stablecoins. It's bizarre, guys. It's not these type trading derivatives, these type trading functions, they don't happen in traditional stocks. So is the crypto market maybe 3%? I don't know. What is it? 2-3% of the overall trading volume or overall market cap of every market? The trading volumes are much less than if you compare crypto to the overall world markets, gold, precious metals, forex, futures, derivatives markets, the New York Stock Exchange, the Nasdaq, the S&P. Like when we start looking at the volumes, they're like a tiny little pie sliver. But if you place yourself into that little pie sliver, your room for growth is much more. It's much more of a possibility for that 10 to 15, 20x gain than you're going to get anywhere. You're going to get anywhere in any of these other markets, because for one, you're not even going to be able to open up positions in these bigger liquid markets like forex, like derivatives on futures and option spreads and option plays, multi-leg option strategies. You're not going to be able to even open positions. It's going to wipe your portfolio completely out. So it's almost better to say, if you're a modest and retail investor, yeah, you can still trade stocks, you can still make money and do all these things. And there's people that, defy this notion, right? But how many really do, right? How many of these trading courses are out there? How many of these YouTubers that have been out there for over a decade that are literally they're showing you every trade, but it's always after they've made all this money on them. There's nobody on fucking YouTube giving you a trade today that is going to profit for you tomorrow. There's nobody on there. I've literally spent countless hours in my early days trying to find it. And the ones that I thought were providing these type things, they're still making videos. And they're still making videos on what traded yesterday. Doesn't make any sense. So let's drop into the comments, guys, and wrap it up here. Mr. Full, what's good? What's good? So a lot of people are kind of agreeing with what we're saying. So yeah, you never pay taxes on crypto if you never sell. It's a great point. I don't know if that's where you were going with that, Mr. Full. How do you avoid paying crypto taxes? You don't ever sell. You spend from your account modestly, because I think you can spend a certain amount of crypto. I don't know what the exact number is. Especially if you have your money in a if you have your money in a business on an offshore account, like if you open up an asset protection down in Saint Vincent and the Grenadines, British Virgin Islands, the Cayman Islands. You have a business tied back to your crypto holdings where you're expending out of that business. You can make up to $130K a year without paying taxes from a foreign business. And then you never sell the crypto. You never sell. Therefore, you're never liable for any capital gains tax, because the money is running through that business in a foreign business account, and the crypto bag just gets held. I mean, that would be the way you don't ever pay crypto tax. Now, do I have to pay crypto tax? Yes, because I don't have a multi-million-dollar portfolio in the St. Vincent and Grenadine Islands, or the Cayman Islands, or the British Virgin Islands, or the Cook Islands. I don't have a trust with my asset protection with a foreign business making $130K a year in a foreign country not paying taxes. That's the U.S. law. So if you don't ever sell your crypto assets, you don't ever get hit with the capital gains. I'm holding coins. I have coins that I've been holding, guys, for damn near a decade. And until I sell those coins, I'll never have to pay taxes, because I'm not selling the coins. I'm increasing the coins. Do I occasionally spend a coin for a bill? Yes. But I'm not selling the coins. The coins are just there. They've been there for a couple months. Some of them have been there a couple years. And until you sell, you don't ever have to pay tax because you're not selling, you're not triggering a capital gains. And how would you walk away, around from that? Well, you'd have to talk to a tax expert, but the most easiest way to do it, I think, would start an asset protection trust in a foreign country like the St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the Cook Islands, the Cayman Islands, the British Virgin Islands, and you would operate a business within that country with $130K a year being the income from that, and you would pay your employees in crypto. Am I paying a tax if I send a crypto payment to a foreign person in another country performing a task for my company? I'm getting paid in their native currency in their country. I don't have to pay taxes on $130K a year that I make in a foreign country. That's how you would build your portfolio bigger. You never sell the coins. You therefore don't have to pay tax because you're never selling the coins. It's just like a stock. You don't pay a tax until you realize a gain. I have tons of unrealized gains and losses in my crypto portfolio. Until I realize a gain, I don't pay tax on it. It's that simple. All right, guys, we'll wrap it up here. Appreciate you guys coming down. Hope you guys have a kick-ass Saturday. I got a lot of work I got to do, so I wanted to come over here and take a break and talk with you guys. So we will see you soon. Appreciate you guys coming in, as always. Like I said, I want to try to release 2 videos over the weekend. Bitrefill. There you go. You know how many times I've paid a cell phone bill with Bitrefill? I've paid a foreign utility bill with Bitrefill. Oh, I thought crypto was illegal in China. Okay, then how did I pay a phone bill in China with Dash? I used Bitrefill. So that's my point, guys, is, don't be so sure that, don't be so sure, So you got to find ways around it. I'm going to try to do 2 videos over the weekend. I have a ton of work I got to do first, but I'm going to try to give you guys an update for the Dash community, for the people that watch that are, they probably already know, but we'll make a video on it. And then I'm going to try to do another video on some stuff happening with Zcash, because there actually are new developments on both those coins. For one, the Orchard shielded transaction pools on Dash's sidechain, and then also, also just some newer things happening with Zotl, the new Zashi wallet, which is the exact same wallet, but the same team from what we thought collapsed Zcash price like a month and a half ago. We're going to break that down for you, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, appreciate you guys coming down. If you could do me a favor and share the video on Twitter X, if you could, since we're not over there. I don't know how you would do it, but maybe it'll get more people over here so we can have open dialogue. All right, man. We'll talk to you guys later. Peace.